People live their lives to this music, period.
The most electrifying vocalist of this generation.
I feel like Kendrick Lamar is just like on a whole different wave.
You can never tell what the fuck he's gonna do.
And he's the greatest rapper.
This is not something you just play with. I'm so passionate about hip-hop, man, like.
Kendrick represents authenticity. He represents real rap. He represents real artistry.
Oh my God. Drake, you gotta shoot him, and you gotta shoot him now. I'm sorry.
Anytime I smell smoke, some type of smoke, I think of Rodney King raps. This certain smell, wood is burning and shit like that is burning.
I remember my pops having a bunch of rims in the backseat. There was smoke everywhere. My pops had a bunch of rims, car rims in the backseat, because he just came out to swap it and took like a whole bunch of rims. That's the visual I get from the Rodney King ride.
That triggers for sure as far as my memory.
LA is very sensitive and prideful, to the minority. We already still have this resentment. Even though we burnt down our own neighborhoods over the Rodney King, we still have this resentment.
I was angry. There's no other way for me to say it. I was just furious.
It was like, Black lives don't really matter.
I picked up the phone and I told my staff, go get your kids, because the city is going to blow.
I mean, it's like Martin Luther King said a long time ago, these types of events are the voice of the voiceless.
Your parents, where did they live before they moved to California?
Chicago, Southside Chicago.
Chicago. Was your dad in a gang or something?
Yeah, he was affiliated.
He was affiliated. Mm-hmm. So your dad's in a gang. They decide to move to Compton,
right?
And all they got is a garbage bag filled with like 2 bags of clothing.
Yeah.
And before you were born, your dad worked at KFC, right? Mm-hmm. And your mom worked at McDonald's. Mm-hmm. That ain't an easy life.
A lot of people get stuck in the neighborhood, but...
Have you been in gangs?
Yeah, definitely. Everybody's affiliated when you're from Compton. You got a set of friends that you hang with, so no matter who you are, you always be affiliated with gangs, and people always be able to place you with a certain group of people.
These are the people I grew up with. These are the people that I had love for. And when you're around them, you have peer pressure. Of course, as a kid. So I bumped my head a few times, but what they didn't have, what I had was, I was the only one probably the only one in America probably with an actual active father in his life.
When you're a real little kid and you see a guy laying dead in the street, and you've seen that twice, right? You've seen people get shot and killed.
Yeah, early age.
Yeah, from a psychological standpoint, that's like growing up in a war zone. There's no difference. You're seeing people get shot and killed. Does that drain you of all hope?
My mother.
What does she say to you when you see that?
On. You don't have to become that. It was a big gang war going on. I was 16, 17 years old.
Bloods versus Crips?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And that's hitting the street?
Yeah, it was hitting the street heavy. I lost 3 friends that summer.
It was a dark place I came from. A place of negativity, a place, just being unruly.
My mother. Let's go all the way back to the simplest one. Treat others the way you want to be treated.
But when you do make it, give back with your words of encouragement. And that's the best way to give back to your city.
Has fame been addictive? Is it addictive? It's definitely addictive. You have to have a great mental stability in order to endure it, because it will and it can take over your life. And if you don't know how to handle it, madness, and it can be very detrimental. A few legends, that turn to different negative avenues because they don't know how to deal with it, whether it's drugs, whether it's violence, whether it's abuse in different areas. You need somewhere to release it.
What did it feel like when you first put the mic out and a crowd finished your verse?
I'm addicted. I was high.
It's definitely survivor's guilt. How can I use my influence with other cats coming into the city and me still being involved in the activities inside the streets? I'm feeling all these things while I'm on tour. I gotta get off stage and almost face the madness and get these calls. Psychologically, it messes your brain up because you live in this life, you know what I'm saying? But you still have to face realities of this. I gotta get back off that tour bus and go to these funerals.
We still come from a place, LA, anywhere part of the world, you still have this sensitivity about your own space. Somebody looking at you wrong, you think it's a gang activity and you're gonna react,
like
that. So when you got somebody knocking on your door, it's a whole nother situation. You get money and you feel like you're gonna buy all these different things and a whole bunch of stuff, but at the end of the day, you still gonna be unhappy. That's what people don't understand, you feel me? So I had to find a different type of inspiration and something to live for rather than just how much money I make. I can't preach this same type of thing to the homie in the hood because he ain't got nothing.
You know, it comes from me as a person, you know, somebody that was always inquisitive, you know, on life after this world, inquisitive on God and Jesus, trying to figure out and just become a better person. Not saying that I'm an actual saint, you know, but this is me, this is who I am.
It's not just the positive energy that speaks to me, it's the negative too. It's the evils too, and we all have temptations. I mean, we are spiritual beings. Me, I'm just fortunate enough to translate them temptations through record. And that's something I can't ever run from in music. Putting these records out is a gift for me because I'm not only a voice for myself, but I'm a voice for people who can't express themselves like that. I always felt like God used me as a vessel, period. Whether to show my flaws, whether to show my intellect, to show my pain, to show my hurt, to share my stories. These words, you know, they're not just made up words. You know, when I say I sit and I live with them, these are ideas that's coming way beyond me. Man, that's just how I feel about it since day one.
And the Grammy goes to Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
We talked to Macklemore the next day, and we knew his heart was sincere. Did you ever feel any way about him posting the text message or anything like that?
Yeah, I think it was uncalled for, to be 100 with you. When he sent it to me, I was like, okay, you know, I can see him feeling that type of way because he a good dude. I think for confirmation from the world, you know, he probably felt like he had to put it out there, which he didn't need to do.
In my opinion, had the best rap album of the year. And knowing how the Grammys usually go, I knew that there would be a great chance that we'd win that award and in essence rob Kendrick. So that's what happened tonight. It kind of sucks. I mean, I think we made a great album. I think that Kendrick made a better rap album.
Cities across the United States remain in a state of high tension tonight as the country braces itself for another wave of protests over the death of George Floyd.
I wanted to live forever, you dig what I'm saying? And To Pimp a Butterfly is one of the moments where 20 years from now, you know, it'll probably be a little bit more prevalent than it is today.
And one of the celebrities or artists that's been quiet is Kendrick Lamar.
He should be doing something. You cannot stay quiet when your entire platform for the last 6 years has been Black Lives Matter.
The energy was lost, but it was the energy that was bubbling inside of me as well. Mr. Morale, because that was my most intimate. I want to go inside of my own psyche and my own personal withdrawals and see how it connects with the public and who can relate.
One of my favorite lines in the album is where we say, you really need to go to therapy. And I say, real niggas don't go to therapy. Because that's how niggas feel, you know what I'm saying? We grew up where our parents don't know about that, our grandparents don't know about that. We learned to hold all that shit in. You know, I'm still stuck. My pops think, what you need therapy for? It's a growth.
Shout out to Drake. You know, he reached out. How did that happen? You know, I sat down with Drake in Toronto a while back when I did my first show out there. He called me up, and we had a few drinks, and, you know, he always said he was, you know, appreciative of my music.
I think that Kendrick has, like, the utmost potential, man. Like, you know, I see Kendrick tomorrow, I'm gonna dap him. I didn't feel a way about that verse. I get it. I get the moment. Like, you know, he's a good guy. And like, I know that verse had no malice behind it because I saw him 5 days later at the VMAs and it was all love. It was one of those things, it's like, I almost wish he had come in there on that shit because I kind of lost like a little respect for the sentiment of the verse.
But y'all spoke, your squad said everything good?
Yeah, it wasn't no issue from the jump. You know, I think people talk about beef. It's just a whole nother dynamic. I can't see myself going bar for bar with Drake.
This is the 4th drop. This is the 4th track in how many hours? How many days? A fucking dead?
What else can you say?
This has to be the kill shot.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
Wait, hold on. I'm just thinking about it. I know my mind go 1,000 miles a minute, bro. Imagine God, like, already knowing this shit and telling all the other niggas, like, yo, watch what's about to happen, bro.
My intent was to always keep, I think from day one was to always keep the nature of it as a sport. I love when artists grit their teeth. Like, I still watch battle raps. This has always been the core definition of who I am.
See, Kendrick grew up in the hood, like really grew up in the hood.
He just don't know Kendrick.
That's what I'm saying. Like has Kendrick renounced his hood affiliation at a certain point?
Kendrick just don't be private, so like priding himself off of his gang culture. So I guess people think that he a non-affiliate.
The crazy part about it is Kendrick really grew up in a rough neighborhood.
When are we gonna understand that we are put on earth to love? That's all it's about. Everybody want to figure out how complicated life is and break it down. This is what I truly think. I really think that it's going to keep going on. War going to keep going on. Frustration going to keep going on. Anger going to keep going on till we finally go back down to the simplest word, love. And when God sees that, then we have the answer.